The culprit behind the prank called to Shedeur Sanders has been revealed as Jack Obrick, son of Falcons DC. First, the Falcons put out a statement this morning saying, earlier in the week, Jack Obrick, the 21-year-old son of defensive coordinator Jeff Obrick, unintentionally came across the draft contact phone number for Shedeur Sanders off an iPad while visiting his parents' home and wrote the number down and later conduct a prank call. Jeff Obrick was unaware of the data exposure and any facet of the prank and was made aware of the above only after the fact. Atlanta Falcons do not condone this behavior and send our sincere apologies to Shedeur Sanders and his family, who we've been in contact with to apologize to, as well as facilitate an apology directly from Jack to the Sanders family. We have also been in contact with the NFL and will continue to cooperate fully with any inquiries we may receive from the NFL league office. We are thoroughly reviewing all protocols and updating if necessary to help prevent an incident like this from happening again. Falcons. Jack posted an apology on Friday night. I made a tremendous mistake. Shedeur, what I did was completely inexcusable, embarrassing, and shameful. I'm so sorry I took away from your moment. It was selfish and childish. I could never imagine getting ready to celebrate one of the greatest moments of your life, and I made a terrible mistake, and I messed with that moment. Thank you for accepting my call earlier today. I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me. At Shedeur Sanders. Ocho, is this apology enough, or should the Falcons punish? Well, I don't know how they can punish the son. They might punish the dad. Should they get docked the draft pick? So if you were to punish the Falcons, how do you punish them? And should they be punished first? And if you are going to punish them, what should the punishment be?
I mean, listen, I say if you're gonna punish him, to some extent, I would say it would have to come from the dad. Obviously, it was a son. It was the son that made the call. Obviously, dad, I'm not sure how the son got the number. Who knows? But the punishment should come with the dad. Maybe a fine of some sort. I think draft picks would be a little bit too much because the team itself as a whole shouldn't have to suffer for what the son decided to do. Outside of that, the apology, I mean, at that moment, sincere. At that point, it seems sincere, especially being that it was written from someone else, and it's a bunch of you know what. Did he really mean it? No. The fact that he got caught is the only reason he's apologizing.
Bro, how you Ocho? You can't, and you let him record you.
They're not sorry. They know what they were doing. They're young. It was a prank. We're in the era of pranks, and like you say, everybody don't play the same.
They play too much.
Everybody, listen. They thought it was a funny moment. They thought it was a funny moment when it really wasn't.
Before you go, GP,
it really wasn't.
Other players also reportedly had prank calls. Tyler Warren had a prank call. There were several other players, and you see that, like you said, Ocho, we're in that era. Everything is about a prank. Everybody want to pull something, want to touch somebody, want to do something, dump something on their head. Everybody, like GP, like you've been saying the whole night, everybody don't play how you play. Now, when somebody fire you up, then he ain't have to do that. Well, you didn't have to do that. Leave people alone, especially people you don't have a relationship with. You going out there in some mall, or you walking down the street, you don't know that person from a hill of beans.
And that's what this social media has messed us up. About likes and everything about this crazy stuff. That little kid knew what he was doing because he went in his daddy's phone and got that phone number. He did that on purpose. So I hate saying punish your dad because your dad is trusting in you as my son, and I'm trusting you that you won't go do stuff. That's just like almost stealing, though, y'all. That's almost like stealing. It's almost like you stealing from your peoples. And your dad has to take the blame for what you have done. Because I can't punish you because you're not in an Atlanta Falcons organization. So I have to punish your daddy because of the situation, because it hurts that person who you did it to. And these young kids today, man, and I tell you, the generation is different. These kids are different. They think that's funny. And they think that's something to do.
At somebody else's expense.
At somebody else's expense. They think this is funny. And then when you get caught, like Chad said, that boy ain't sorry. Because if he was sorry, he would have said he did it from day one. And he would have been like, man, I did it. But he got caught. And when he got caught, he had to say the right thing to make his daddy be okay and look a little bit better.
And you look at it.
Here's
the thing, Ocho.
Yeah.
Shedeur Sanders' phone number wasn't the only one in there. But he was the one that was having the precipitous fall. So now, which prank is going to generate the most buzz? Knowing Shedeur is on eggshells. He's on pins and needles, waiting to have an NFL team call him and say, hey, we're going to select you in the 4th round. We're going to select you in the 5th round. So check this out. He got the number from an iPad that he shouldn't have been using. He waited days because it ain't just happened. And then he made the prank call. He filmed himself while making the prank calls, waited days to make the apology. Guys, I mean, look, everything ain't mentioned, like you said. In this day and age, Ocho, everything is about clicks, mentioned.
In the viral moment.
That's what it's all about, man. That's why, listen, that's why I like my era. We didn't have all that crap.
Men didn't play like that.
Yeah, we didn't get out like that.
See, I tell Ocho all the time.
We don't get out like that.
I came up, I don't remember men playing no practical jokes on nobody. Like, boy, you better scrap it up.
You can't do that because next time we see you, we're going to knock you out. You feel what I'm saying? It ain't going to be about, man, okay, man, I'm going to take this court date, man. No, man, I'm going to knock you smooth out. Because we ain't talking about all that because you messing with my livelihood. About all this social media and all that crap, man. We ain't doing that.
Yeah, you know I'm glad I didn't come up in that area. I'm glad. Now look, I would have loved to make the money that these cats make, but GP, I wouldn't want to be in this era. It's too much. I wouldn't want to be in the social media era. I wouldn't.
Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all, I don't want to be in the social media area because I would have been divorced way earlier than what I did. No, I would have been all bad, man.
You stupid.
Man, I would have been viral all the time. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But man, every day you walk out, man, you going somewhere, man, there's a camera, man, all man is looking at man, I ain't on that, man. What is a like to me? I don't care about no likes, man. I'm already popular. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you give me 1 million likes. 1 million people are already looking at me. So what? I don't care about all that, man. You messing up my life, man. And I'm not dealing with that, though. It's crazy to me that you can sit on the phone and watch people do what they do, and they silly. You just told me, and I ain't surprised. That boy got in that iPad and then filmed himself doing it. How stupid is that? How you think that we ain't gonna figure that out?
Yeah.
How you think we ain't gonna get that? That's how dudes get caught killing people, murdering people, whatever they doing. They go
doing
back in your
foolishness,
phone,
filming it.
Go back in your phone, and you got the pistol showing it and doing this and that and that. That's how they catch you. You're silly. So that's why I tell a lot of kids that I talk to now, the social media killing y'all, man. It's hurting y'all. It's hurting y'all life, man. Because all y'all think about is likes and who gonna like you on there. That's how people get robbed and do stuff. You be on the thing, talk about I'm here, I'm there, and then all of a sudden they look in the back. Oh man, he had Centennial Park. Let me ride up on him right now. Let me ride up on that. That's crazy to me, man, that you do that. That's just silly. That's just silly stuff to me.
Dang.
Shedeur pinned his first, both on NFL X and IG accounts. If you go to both at NFL and Browns official websites, click shop. Who's the first Cleveland Brown jersey you can pre-order? Shedeur's. Many NFL fans on TikTok have pledged to purchase Shedeur's jersey and merchandise exclusively from his official website rather than from the NFL shop to support him after being drafted in the 5th round. They believe the league blackballed Shedeur. Shedeur could potentially make millions of dollars from this trend. And you'll probably see other players, you know, Ocho, you got it. Hey,
same.
Probably if you knew what you know, Ocho, you'd have had your little cap. You'd have had the Ocho gear going.
And that's good. And look at you guys. Look, both of y'all. You know, his daddy gonna make that up. You know what I'm saying? Deion did that, man. And that's what they gonna do. They gonna just show up everybody what they did to him. Y'all know that boy shouldn't have got drafted in no 5th round. He shouldn't have been 144 pick. No, how the heck you go from projected to be number 9 to 145? That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then the teams that was supposed to draft you pass you, and then the team who drafted him had it at the 33rd pick in the 2nd round, and they didn't pick it. You see, it's got to be a blackball thing. We ain't gonna never know why, what happened, or why it happened, but it happened.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, I just tell my little young nephew, man, go out there and kill him.
Yep.
And then win the job. Get down with him, man. Be one of them special ones like Marino, like Brett Favre, man. Do that, man. They got drafted like that and then become a Hall of Famer and become one of them dudes. That's all you got to do, man. Forget it. And then make your bread, man, the way you is. Because he popular, man. This social media got him popular. He going to be popular no matter what. He going to be popular.
Yeah.
So just do it.
It is. I think it's a blessing in disguise. Obviously, going in the 5th round and the pick he went is not the blessing I'm talking about. I'm just saying the situation he's going to. Flacco is just there on a 1-year deal. Deshaun Watson's not going to be able to play this year. So I'm assuming the way I'm thinking it's going to play out, I think he will be able to beat out Kenny Pickett and Dylan Gabriel, and I think he's going to get his shot. He's going to get his shot to play. I'm not sure if it's this year, maybe it's next year, but at some point he's going to get his shot, and I think it's going to be magical for him. And seeing it as a blessing in disguise and finally being...
You know why? Because look how much pressure they put on Bronny James. Bronny James, you'd have thought Bronny James was the first pick in the draft. The way they talk about him, talk about, he this and that. He was the 55th pick. They ain't got but 5 picks left, GP. They make it seem like they took the man. But because of that last name, you got to understand.
Yeah.
If his name was Shedeur Jones, maybe you're right. But we know who his dad is. And we know what that dad, that aura around his dad.
But Shannon, I can't agree with you. I got to agree with Chad on this one.
Go ahead.
Because that's a little bit of different talent. My little nephew Bronny wasn't really ready for that situation, for that athletic ability, right? He had to grow into that. You forgot. He missed a whole college.
Oh, yeah, with that heart,
the heart thing, and you know what happened or whatever. But Shakur is ready. He got the talent to do that right now. And if you think of Bronny right now, Bronny killing the G League. He had to get himself into that situation. Right. Do it. Bronny gonna be good in 2-3 years. I know Shedeur is gonna be ready now.
But see, what I was saying, and I'm saying because of the names. What I was just saying, because of the names and the expectations, even though he's a 5th round pick, and Ocho, you know we don't have no expectations for no 5th round pick. But you do because your last name is Sanders. Just like we got expectations now for the 55th pick. It's just like Jokic. When Jokic got drafted, if they're lying, if they told I knew Jokic was going to be this. If you knew he was going to be this, you'd have took him with the number 1 overall pick. So you a D-lie saying you knew Nikola Jokic was going to turn out to be what he was going to be. Because he was a 2nd round pick, I think he was like 40-something.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. You put pressure, you say Shedeur. Here's a 5th round pick. You're going to bypass that and say, well, look at his last name. I thought y'all said he was all this. Bronny going 55th. But if he all that, he should be able to do like his dad.
We don't have all them picks. Now, we went back to our 4th round, 5th round too, like the NFL. Then he got picked like that. Then it's a little different. We only got 60 picks. So pick, because the simple fact is the Lakers had that pick. And if it wasn't for LeBron being on the Lakers and they making that pick, he probably wouldn't have got drafted, which wouldn't have been no problem. Right. You know what I'm saying? But we only got 2 rounds. You know what I'm saying? They got
half the 2nd round GP don't even make it.
There you go. So it's a little different of what we're saying. You know what I'm saying? We don't know if he would have got drafted if the Lakers didn't have that 55th pick. Right. You know what I'm saying? But they did pick him, which was a blessing because he is talented. He is very, very talented. And you got to give him a chance. Football players got 7 rounds. They gonna do that. They gonna do that. So we happy that they do got these type of rounds. But if basketball would have had 5 or 6, 7 rounds, and he got drafted in the 5th or 6th round, we wouldn't be expecting to be nothing. Because
but hold on,
what you said again, Shannon, he might not even make the team.
But here's the thing, GP. Once you start getting Ocho, you don't know anything about this because you're a second rounder. You start getting fifth and 6th, 7th round, you count bodies.
Yeah.
Hey, Ocho, we need people. Hey, we just need enough to fill the roster out. It ain't no guarantee when you start getting them later rounds like that.
Well, in NFL, y'all know y'all first 3 rounds is almost like first round picks with us in the NFL.
Yeah, basically.
You want it in the NFL, the first 3 rounds, you start. You start in the NFL. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You basically gonna start in the NFL if you get paid. You picked in the first 3 rounds. You know what I'm saying? In basketball, if you pick 55th, 60, you in a G League 10-day contract or whatever. You
2-way
G League 2-way.
You're a 2-way.
You're gonna be all that, man. We're gonna give you a deal.
Yeah.
And you gotta look at Bronny. He got a heck of a deal. He got
his money guaranteed. But he's not the first. But he's not the first second rounder to get money guaranteed, though. GP.
No, they're right because people believe in other things. But then you think about it like this, Shannon. What if I don't pick you and then pick you up at a free agent and still give you some guaranteed money?
No, I want the guaranteed money right here. You weren't gonna pick me up and give me that kind of guaranteed money, so I go ahead and take this right here.
Hey, Unc, you heard me?
Yeah, what you say, Ocho?
I don't think you're seeing it from the same lens I'm seeing it at.
Go ahead.
I'm looking at the situation in its totality, right? Okay, you went 5th round. Now I look at it. I look at the landscape of what they got. They got Flacco. Flacco not going to be that long. Deshaun is hurt. He's coming off a Achilles injury. I think, no disrespect to Kenny Pickett, no disrespect to Dylan Gabriel, I see him beating them out. So I see Shedeur as the number 2 quarterback with Flacco playing. Now, depending on how Flacco plays throughout the entirety of the season, there's a chance that Shedeur, he goes to the helm. I say it's a blessing in disguise. So what happens? We look at the quarterback carousel of quarterbacks that the Browns have had throughout the entirety of their franchise.
40 of them.
The last decent quarterback they had.
Of them, Jay.
Hey, a lot of them. The last good one that was consistent was Bernie Kosar.
Yes.
So
and before that, it was Otto Graham.
Yeah. Hey, I'm looking long term. This might be a blessing in disguise. Despite.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking at it like that, and knowing him and knowing the competitor that Shedeur is, understanding the background and where he's come from, he's able to deal with this adversity. And again, hurdle this obstacle as well. And this situation for him, a GP, delayed, not denied.
Chad, I'm on your side. I think Shedeur is going to be their quarterback for the next 6-7 years. And he's gonna be good.
Yeah,
and I'm
gonna say decade.
I sure hope so.
You said 10. I can say 10 too, because I think he gonna go in there and show out. He gonna go in there and show out. And I think he's got a chip on his shoulder now that him and his daddy done talked about it. Go in there and get out with what you're gonna get out with. And I'm guaranteed he gonna go in there. And I don't even care about Flacco. Flacco old. Man, if you fool around and be moving and doing what you do, man, and pass that thing, getting first downs or whatever, them Cleveland Browns ain't been nothing in a long time anyway. If you can get some people in them stands and getting people hyped, Shannon, you just said it. His jersey is the number 1 in Cleveland right now, man.
Yeah.
What y'all think? What y'all think, man? That's gonna happen. I think he gonna show up, and that's what he should do. He should go in there and show out.
Ocho, Abdul Carter responded to us on Twitter this afternoon. I wore number 11. I have big shoes. I've filled big shoes before. If you know football, you know who also wore the stick, which means 11.
Yeah.
It's not about the number. It's about the player. The number, just the legacy. It's iconic, something cool. Look at the legacy of the stick. I came to Penn State and not only lived up to that number, but I made it even more legendary. That's how I see it. I shot. If he says no, cool. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yes, sir.
But I spoke to LT on the phone yesterday. Chill, dude. Dope speaking with the GOAT, and know for certain, 56 or not, I'll build my own legacy. Allah, I think he's saying praise to God or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Abdul.
Right.
We said that. I mean, when we had you on the couch, and we appreciate it again. I don't think Ocho and I and Nightcap, the family, thank you enough for coming by. I appreciate. Hey, Bailey, thank you. Drew, we appreciate that because I played with Bailey for 2 years in B-More, and Drew Rosenhaus, probably his first start. He was down at the East Blue-Gray game in Montgomery, Alabama, Ocho, in 1989. So it goes back. So Abdul, I want to thank you for coming on. Ocho, I want to thank you. Thank you, Drew Rosenhaus and Bailey, Robert Bailey, for making that happen. Yes, we highlighted. That number was made famous by LeVar Arrington. That man was then followed by Michael Parsons, and then you took it. As great as those players were, wearing that number 11 at Penn State, you can't even fathom. Because let me tell you what happened. Every outside linebacker you see is because of LT. The Von Millers, the TJ Watts, the Derek Thomases, the Cornelius Bennett's, all these, the Leonard Floyds, you name an outside edge rusher. He's the only player in NFL history to make two positions famous. He made the left tackle famous. He made the outside linebacker famous. Two. When we talk about who's the greatest quarterback, you get some debate. Some people say Peyton, some people say Montana, some people say Brady. Not going to fight you. That's not what we're here to do today. If we say who's the greatest wide receiver, you get some people say Jerry, some people say Randy Moss, some people say T.O. If we say who's the best running back, some people say Jim Brown, some people say Walter Payton, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders. When you say who is the greatest defensive NFL player ever, there's one name that comes out of everybody's mouth first.
LT.
And he goes by initials. They don't call him Lawrence. They call him LT. That's all we're saying. So I get the sticks, but 5'6" in that in New York,
he was caught. And that's my OG, man. That's my OG. Every time I see him, I'm with him.
I just saw him a couple of weeks ago at the autograph signing.
Yeah. I be seeing him all the time now. That's my dude, man. That was the greatest defensive player ever. And
there's been some great ones. And I'm fortunate enough to play in the era. I played in the era with Reggie at his prime. Bruce Smith at his prime. Ray Lewis at his prime. Dion, Coach Prime at his prime. I mean, I'm talking about guys that won defensive player of the year multiples. He's it. Yeah. He made two different positions famous.
Yeah. I think it's different. I think it's different, but this is what I do like about Abdul. The confidence. I feel the belief. I feel I can wear that 56 and do it justice. Despite LT being the greatest defensive player of all time. That's what makes Abdul who he is right now. That's why he was drafted where he was drafted. When he wore the sticks, when he was at Penn State. The belief, the confidence, on not only that, in between them lines, the skill set to be able to pull it off. So the mere fact that he's coming in with that kind of cachet and attitude, I feel like I could wear that 56 in New York and do right.
I don't even want it.
That's how I feel about myself.
I don't even want it. As a matter of fact, I ain't even gonna get a 50 number because they might say I'm close to 56. I might be close to. I don't want it. I'll go back and get that 11. I go back and get a single digit number, a 0.
Yes, sir. This is what I do. This is what Shannon say, man. Look at it, man. I don't even want that number, man. I don't even want to live up none of that, man. Let me go home number, man. Get out.
He's legendary.
Yeah, man. You can't do that. You can't do it on a legendary number, man. Don't even mess with that. Don't even be talking about all that, man, to put yourself in that situation, man. Just go on to wear 11, do what you did, and get out. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Get out.
Yeah.
You know
if you hear the story about LT late for the plane. LT gets out the car, throws his keys to the valet, say, I'll be back here Sunday. Pick me up. And the guy picks him up on Sunday. LT, he driving to New York. Ocho, he driving. He like, damn. Yeah. They got the lights on in Giant Stadium. He's supposed to be playing.
Hey, we on NFL film, man, Bill Belichick told a story one day about starting the meeting, and the head, I don't remember who the head coach was.
Parcells was the head coach.
Okay, well, Parcells was the head coach. So Bill Belichick, I think Bill must have went to Parcells and said something about, LT, he showed up late to a meeting and he wasn't there. And so Parcells asked him, well, did you start the meeting on time or did you wait for him to get there? He said, no, I just waited for him to get there. Well, that's a good thing because the meeting don't start until LT get there. I mean, what you talking? What do we talk about here? Like that's I'm like, what?
It's like now, Ocho, guys, you got an opportunity to see Tom Brady. If you're old enough, you get an opportunity to see Tom Brady. If you weren't old enough, you didn't see Joe and those come from behind victories, and you didn't see Elway and Marino and play. So I don't think people realize because they see TJ Watt and they see these Aaron. Think about it. This man won the MVP of the league as a defensive player. Of the league.
Different, man.
He was LT, what was LT? Like a 10-time All-Pro. Like 8 or 9 first team. Do you know how hard it is to be that? A first team. I think Brady has 3 first-team All-Pros. Those were the season that he won the MVP. Let that sink in for a second. Aaron Donald was, I think, an 8-time first-team All-Pro in 10 seasons. I think LT had that many, but LT had I think he went like 6 or 7 in a row. Carl Banks, somebody beat him out, and then he went to another 2 or 3. How many first-team All-Pros did LT have? 8 first-team? How many consecutive? 7? He was 8 first team and how many second team? 1 or 2. But look, Abdul, I think you're gonna be a phenomenal player. Go strike y'all. Go get your go build your own legacy. Cause you're there. I mean, cause think about it. I don't care what quarter. You think Joe Burrow gonna go to New England and say, hey, let me get that 12?
But Shannon, we shouldn't even be talking about this, and the Giants should be like, man, you can't have that number.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. Hey, GP.
You can't even have that number.
GP, in that media market, you know how New York media is. You know they don't play. You don't play. Hey, listen, you don that 56 and understand what comes behind that, or even having it on.
That man is beloved.
Listen, and I listen. You know how I am, GP. You know how I am. I don't care what nobody say, especially the media, because I'm gonna act a fool. But I wouldn't even. I'm just saying, if hypothetically speaking, I don't want what comes behind that 56 wearing it every Sunday at 1 o'clock. No, sir.
Like I said, they shouldn't even think about giving it to him. This man, go on here, man. This is your jersey, man. It's in your locker. You wear it, man. Shut up.
They already got to hang it up, GP.
Hey, just hang his jersey up now in his locker room and say you got 11. It is what it is, man. Don't even come to my office talk about 56. You know, and then I send LT and bring him to the thing and say, boy, you know better than that. I'm the one. You know what I'm saying? Sit down. Let's talk.
LT good. LT like, yeah, I appreciate it, but no.
Yeah.
I mean, like if you've been around LT, I've been around LT. I don't know how much you've been around LT Ocho, but he'll cool dude.
Hey, no, hey, hold on. Hey, that's a good one. Me and LT, we be at Twin Peaks. I'm saying you can see the pictures. I see him all the time. He coming off the golf course.
Okay.
Coming there, smoking a cigar with his buddies.
Yeah. That's him. Yeah, that's all he want to do is golf and smoke them cigars.
And I see him in about 2 weeks. Anthony Anderson's a golf benefit, man. So I see him all the time with the signings and everything. That's my guy. So you know what I'm saying, man. LT ain't worried about that. LT was gonna tell that boy, you ain't gonna never compare to me. Everybody gotta understand. Put your name or your picture next to me. You can't. It ain't gonna never be another LT. Don't care what nobody say.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just put your picture next to us, and we be good.
Yeah.
You know, the Giants shouldn't even put him in that situation.
All right.
You know what I do like? Before you go, I just want to say this about Abdul Carter. You know what I do like though, GP and Unc?
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Hey, there's something in players that they don't have that we had back in the day. GP, you talked about it earlier. You know, as far as supporting cast, role players and all that. Young bull got confidence. For the mere fact, he even had the gall and the ball to say, "I want to."
Think about this, Ocho.
56. What did that tell you? What did that tell you about him?
Aaron Donald won 3 Defensive Players of the Year. So did J.J. Watt, and ain't nobody said they're better than LT. And we watching them in this era. So now remember, when LT played, they didn't throw the football like they throw it now. He didn't have the chances to go to hunt the quarterback like they do now. Joe Gibbs put a special offense in just to deal with LT. He put the H back in. He said, I want to put somebody over here with the left tackle so they can help on LT.
Help him out. They'll help him out, yeah.
That's when you know, when they design a special offense to deal with you, if you couldn't block him, you couldn't beat the Giants. Go back and look at the 80s and look at the left tackles that got drafted in the first round. Jim Lachey, and they go get Irv Eatman, they go get Garrett Zimmerman, they get Steve Wallace. Go back and look and see what they did just to deal with this man. Shedeur Sanders is drafted. 144 in the 5th round. The Browns traded up to select him. All these anonymous reports are coming out about Shedeur having bad interviews, especially with the Giants. According to Todd McShay, Shedeur completely bombed his interview with the Giants. He didn't have a great interview with head coach Brian Daboll. The preparation wasn't there for an install package. Daboll called him out, and Sanders didn't like it. Daboll has gone 8-26 over the past two seasons, so he probably knows a thing or two about being unprepared. To be honest with you, I mean, you go 8-26, you go 8-26, being unprepared. You will know an unprepared person when you see one. Considering over the last 2 years, that's kind of exactly what you've been. And then there's been reports of him having a big entourage because his brother shoots videos of him being in the family. He's with his brother and his family. No drinking, no drugs, no controversy, just living his life. Ocho, I'm going to start with you first.
Yeah.
Hear that he didn't do well in the interview.
Yeah.
He didn't hit it off with Coach Daboll and seemed like he was unprepared. Didn't like the entourage. Okay, go ahead.
Right. I don't believe it, Unc. I don't believe it because every single NFL player, when I say every single, I mean every single, has an entourage. Most of the entourages is family and friends. If it's not family and friends, it's friends that you grew up with.
Right.
Everybody has that. So I'm not sure why that even came into play. And we talk about everybody, regardless of race, regardless of ethnicity, it doesn't matter. So that's one thing. Interview goes bad, unprepared. Now I'm thinking about a son of one of the greatest players of all time who's always been prepared and coached and having tutelage from one of the best of all time. And for some reason, all of a sudden he wasn't prepared for an interview when it comes to the game of football in which he's a quarterback. Again, that's something else that's not believable. Now, you know, media can screw things and report things that obviously aren't true. Bingo. Forget that. So he drops to the Cleveland Browns. Round 5, pick 144? What was it, 145?
144.
I'm not even tripping at this point. I'm not even tripping at this point because Prime obviously has prepared Shedeur for any and everything, dealing with media, dealing with those that doubt you. So I'm just happy he has this opportunity because what's happening in this scenario, in this situation, in which I still believe is collusion. I'm not talking about race. I'm not talking about race at all. I'm just saying a collective collusion against Brother Sanders and all the things and just the hype. And listen, the machine, again, I said it last night. We have choices. People choose what they want to see. I said it yesterday. I'm not talking about race at all. One thing for sure, the machine is undefeated and will always remain undefeated. Anytime it feels not really threatened, but there's another name or family that thinks they can come in and do things their way, they'll humble you. And this was an example of it, that we've never, ever seen before to this magnitude, Unc. We've never seen anything like this.
No.
I'm happy for Shedeur. I'm happy for Shiloh. And for Shedeur Sanders getting the opportunity to play for the Cleveland Browns. His situation is simple as put. It's delayed, but it's not denied. It's not about where you go. It's what you do once you get there. So now you know what you need to do. The Browns haven't had a quarterback. They haven't had a sufficient quarterback, a consistent quarterback for
Bernie Kosar.
Since Bernie for a very long time. This might be their calling. This might be their blessing. This might be his blessing even going there. So I'm happy for him. He's going to do what's necessary. I'm sure he had the chip on his shoulder, and I'm excited because in that AFC North, you know, it runs through Cincinnati. And the only way you're going to get it done is if you got a quarterback. I just had to add a little piece in
I,
there.
I saw that. I saw you throw that in there.
What you think, Twan?
Honestly, man, guys, to be honest with you, I mean, I feel for him. Obviously, you work so hard, and it's tough when you project to go first round. I had a situation once. It's not obviously not the same because basketball is totally different as far as the number of people that get picked. But I was with my best friend Nazi Muhammad was supposed to be picked lottery when he came out, and Nas slid to 29. And just sitting there, and that obviously it was nothing like Shedeur where you had to actually wait a whole nother day to get drafted.
2
But
days.
just to see him slide, huh?
You waited 2 days. He got drafted today.
Yeah,
They had to draft Thursday and
so he had to
Friday.
wait 2 days. So it's different. But I think like this, to be honest with you, I think you have to play the game, Shannon, to be honest with you. I think if he would have I'm just gonna play the game till I get drafted. Whatever that would have been, whatever, and I think sometimes that's what not, and I'm not sure of this, and you guys could correct me if I'm wrong, because it seemed like I never seen an agent. And obviously I'm watching from afar, I'm watching off TV, on social media.
Right.
Do he have an agent?
I don't know. I mean, Shallow made a joke talking about our dad was our agent, and we might need to hire a new agent.
Okay, right. I don't know, because I think you know how this is. Sometimes you have an agent; he can tell you the truth behind closed doors of what they're actually saying and what you need to work on. So by Deion being the dad, he probably not really hearing everything. They probably can't tell him, so he's not hearing everything that they're saying. So I think that was probably one mistake, and I don't know if he had an agent or not. So if the agent to kind of buffer that, to talk to him and kind of figure it out. But you got to figure this thing out, man. I think one thing about it, it was about interview. I don't think his skill set. I mean, he put the numbers up. The numbers speak for themselves. He had the numbers. So we got to look at some of the other stuff. I mean, I worked out for 9 teams when I came out. I interviewed with 9 teams. So you got to go through that process. I'm not sure how he interviewed. Maybe that was a little sketchy. That can rub some GMs and execs the wrong way. Sometimes if you don't interview well. Maybe the swagger, what he's coming with. Great family dynamics. His family's going to support him. Obviously, he has a certain swag, a certain aura that he carries with him, which we all love, and we just talked about that. We like that. We all 3 of us talk trash. We all celebrated. We all have fun. So we know that. So that's not the problem. We brought our own style, so that wasn't the problem with him. I just felt like they didn't play the game that everybody else played, and they wanted to show them that, look, it's still the NFL. We still run this. You still got to go through this proper pecking order. And I think that's what it was. That's what it looks like. You can't look at if you look at his numbers, his skill development, the guys that got picked before him, all the stuff, it doesn't make sense.
Right.
So it's got to be something behind the scenes. It can't be football ability. It has to be something behind the scenes. That's why I said if he had an agent, maybe somebody that can hear the noise, because he probably didn't hear the real noise.
Correct.
You know what I mean? We on TV watching all the analysts and everybody, but y'all privy to so much information. Y'all only privy to so much. We're not hearing that real noise. You know what I mean? So that's what, and sometimes your agent gets that for you to kind of help you out and maybe help you get your act together. That's why I really wanted to know if he had an agent.
But the funny thing about it, Twan, even at that point, you are who you are. Shedeur is who he is. The Sanders family, they are who they are. That's it. And they've always been unapologetically themselves. And that rubs a lot of people wrong. A lot of people don't like that, including some of those in the NFL. Some of the things that Deion has said in the past, they probably didn't like. They probably didn't like it. He wanted to pull
Archie and Eli.
Archie Manning. He wanted to pull, with Eli. They probably didn't like it. They quoting tweets that he said a long time ago. And let me tell you why I know this is all collusion. I think about some like going, you know what? I'm not even gonna bring that up. I'm not gonna bring it up. I'm happy he got where he needed to go. This is exactly where we were supposed to land, because I guarantee you, watch it be a blessing in disguise in them never having a quarterback, and all of a sudden, for some reason, Shedeur being the answer for the next decade.
Hope you're right.
Watch.
Can I ask you guys something? I'm a basketball guy. I want to ask you something, Chad. You can answer this because you're talking right now. Can you answer this? Is the Cleveland the right fit for him? Because sometimes, let's disregard what number he went. Did he go to a good situation where he can actually be able to showcase himself and have a real opportunity to be a starting quarterback in the NFL? Do you guys like that situation?
if the GM and the owners are competent when his time comes to be able to compete for a starting job, if they continue to build around him, yes, it's the right place. If they continue to do right by the quarterback position, like other teams are doing, like they do for the Mahomes and they do for the Jalen Hurts and they do for, the other quarterbacks, the Jaden Daniels, as you continue to put the pieces to the puzzle around him, while you have a quarterback on a very, very cheap, I hate using that word cheap, but a very affordable contract.
Rookie contract
around him. Yeah, I think he's in the right place. But if they do what they've always done for a very long time, where they've been through 276,000 quarterbacks, then it would be the same process would repeat itself. They had Baker Mayfield. You had the number 1 pick. There was nothing wrong with Baker Mayfield because look what he's doing in Tampa Bay. So that tells you where the problem lies. That the problem lies with Cleveland internally. Now you got opportunity again. Let's not F it up.
Yeah, I do. I love when young quarterbacks come in and have an unbelievable support system. Hopefully you have somebody that's really smart schematically, knows how to diagram plays. Ocho knows how to put quarterbacks in the right situation. You have a decent running back. I'm not saying you need Saquon. I mean, although that would be nice to have a Saquon Barkley and a Derrick Henry on a rookie quarterback, but you need quality receivers. You see C.J. Stroud where he went and had success. Look at the receiving core that he had. You look at Jaden Daniels. Look at the receiving core that he had. The question is, are there enough pieces around any quarterback, regardless if it's a rookie or not? Is there enough pieces around him so he can adequately do what he needs to get done? I think Stefanowski is an unbelievable coach. He's a coach of the year. He knows how to call plays. He knows how to scheme plays. And so now it just comes down to, okay, when you get your opportunity, you got to shine. You got to prepare like there's no tomorrow, because that's already out there, Ocho. You see what they said? He was unprepared. You see what they did, Ocho? See, we already put that out there on you now.
Hey, that's the game, Unc. They're going to play the game. They're going to play the game. There's only one way you could beat the game, Unc. That's in between the lines.
Yeah.
No matter what they say, it blocks out all the noise. You can only beat the game in between the lines. That's it. No matter what they say.
But I will say this, Ocho. I don't know if they're going to allow Bucky to go in and film everything that Shedeur is doing. That's over. No. That's over. Now, when you're at Colorado and your dad's the head coach, they're going to allow that. That's over with now.
Yeah, I mean they understand that.
But I thought he was the video guy. I thought he's the video guy.
No, you can't. You ain't gonna have no personal video guy.
You can't do that. Now, once you enter that building, once you on grounds in that facility, all that's done.
Yeah, and so that's having an entourage. Yeah, I don't, and like I said, I don't know if he went to the building and they tried to go in the meeting rooms and Bucky was trying to capture content. He doesn't have an agent because Time agent was Eugene Parker. Rest his soul. Eugene passed away several years ago. And so I'm sure Time will probably interview somebody now. And I agree with you, Twan, probably. And that's the thing. Because you have an agent and they hear things and they can tell you things. Now they're gonna all the really, really bad stuff, they ain't gonna share that with you because they don't want to mess with you mentally.
Yeah.
But they'll share enough of stuff with you so you get the picture and get a great understanding of what's actually going on. So go ahead.
Hey, if I'm not mistaken, I saw, obviously my agent was obviously when I first got in the league, it was Jerome Stanley, phenomenal dude, did really well for me. On the back end of my career. From the middle on the back end, it was Drew Rosenhaus. And if I'm not mistaken, I saw Drew Rosenhaus post for Shedeur Sanders once he got drafted. So I'm assuming Drew Rosenhaus must be representing Shiloh.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he represents Shedeur, though.
Right. I get it. Because, okay, the Browns, the current quarterback room, Deshaun Watson, Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, Dylan Gabriel, Shedeur Sanders. Deshaun Watson, starter. Flacco is a vet if Deshaun can't go. You got Kenny Pickett, the backup. Dylan Gabriel, rookie. Shedeur, rookie, fifth. What's going on? I mean, damn. What's really going on? What's really going on, Ocho?
Hey, I like to compete. I ain't got no problem with it. I like to compete. Who I need to beat out? I love Kenny Pickett. I don't
know how you beat Deshaun out when he got another $38 million this year and another $40 million next year. How you beat him out?
Deshaun not playing this year.
Okay, he's not gonna play this year. Okay, so now you got Flacco
ACL, right? ACL.
Yeah,
Achilles.
Achilles. Yeah. So listen, I'm
gonna tell you,
I'm gonna tell you how it's gonna play out.
How it's gonna play out.
I love Kenny Pickett. I love Kenny Pickett. I love that brother Gabriel. But Shedeur, if he does what he's supposed to do, we've seen Kenny Pickett already. We haven't seen Dylan Gabriel yet. But I'm just saying, I know probably Flacco's gonna start. He's gonna start. At some point, Shedeur's gonna get a shot. At some point, he's gonna get that shot. And when the door opens,
let me ask both of you guys. Let me ask both of you guys this: why would Cleveland do? Why would Cleveland do that? Why would Cleveland want a quarterback room with 5 guys? Does that bring up? Does that mean anything? When taking him?
3.
Yeah,
they're gonna keep 3.
Oh, okay.
Because Deshaun is not playing this year.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting he's not playing. He's not playing till like January or February or something like that. You're right. I forgot.
Well, he didn't play. You might as well just go ahead and put him on IR and go ahead and let that go. What I don't get, Cleveland, at some point in time, y'all got to stop trading back. Y'all could have had Julio Jones. You traded back. You could have had Travis Hunter and Shedeur, and you traded back. At some point in time, when guys are sitting there waiting for you to take them, take them.
Right.
Take them. It's okay. But I guess they're looking at it like we're more than one player away. But sometimes that player can help change things around. I don't get it. I don't get what they're doing with this situation. Like you said, Twan, he had an unbelievable college career. He played well at Jackson State, and then they said, well, yes, Jackson State, that's why you're doing that. He goes to Colorado, he puts up exceptional numbers, great completion percentage, he throws guys open. No, he's not the most athletic guy, but he's not a decathlete. He don't need to high jump, long jump, pole vault, shot put, hurdle, 100, 400, 1,500. He don't need to do all that. Yeah. All he needs to do, can he take 3? Can he drop back 5? Can he zone read? Can he do the stuff? Can he process information in a hurry?
Yeah.
That's what a quarterback needs. He needs to be confident. He needs to be able to process information in a hurry, and he needs to be able to retain information. I mean, he's shown you he can do that ever since from middle school to high school to college. So let's see if that's transferable. I like to think that it is, but you don't know. Twan, you know this. Same thing with all sports. You don't know what you have in the guy until you get him in your building and put him in your uniform. That's when you 100% know for certain what the hell I got.
Yeah.
Because all this other stuff, well, he won this award and he did all this and he did all of that. And I've seen it. Having played in the NFL, guys come in and have all these credentials. And I don't know how somebody gave you a fake passport. Because I don't know how you get all that.
Let me ask you guys in football, is it about the number or is it more about the fit?
Fit. It's always going to be fit.
Yeah. It's always going to be fit. So
always.
Do you guys think this? So if you had to grade this fit, what would you guys go right now? I know you got to go compete.
I like New Orleans a little better. If you had to grade this fit, I would have liked New Orleans a little better.
I would like New Orleans better too.
But the thing is now, because Twan, I was telling Ocho last night, is that I went to a team. I was a big wide receiver. I went to one of the 3 teams that had the H-back position. Washington had the H-back position. The Broncos had the H-back position. And the Chargers, San Diego, they were in San Diego then, had the H-back position. Every tight end on the roster got hurt. I'm the biggest receiver. Coach Reeves would you be willing to move the H-back? I'm going to catch the ball. Yeah, if you learn the plays, okay. So now, here I am, a big wide receiver. Imagine I don't go to a team that has the H-back position. So I switched midway through, like a third of the way. I have probably like week 8, week 9, week 10. They moved me to like tight end. Ta-da. And the rest of that, they say history. So it's absolutely where you go. Not a lot. I get it, because a lot of times, Twan, you know this. First 4 or 5 picks, they get a boatload of money. Now, you want to make a boatload of money for a short period of time or an extended period of time? Because I had a 14-year career. There are a lot of guys that went in the first round, Ocho. They made money for a 3-4 year period. I made money for a 14-year period. It's not how much money you make, it's how long you make money. And then what are you going to do? It's not how much money you make, it's how much you keep. So it's absolutely, Twan, fit where you go, that fit.
And what they do for you while you there.
And it's better for him too, though. He's made a little money in the NIL space too, so he's okay. Yeah. He's made a little money.
Had he known what he known, he'd have stayed in college and made some more NIL money. He's like, hell, if y'all gonna take me to the 5th round, he made more in NIL than what his rookie contract gonna be, Ocho.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that is right. Exactly. Wow.
Yeah. But listen, I think the situation in general is good for him. It puts a chip on the shoulder.
Yeah.
Oh, this is how you feel about me? Okay, bet. Hold my beer. I got this. Mm-hmm. Watch me. I've faced adversity before. I've had to hurdle obstacles before. This is just another one that's in the way. I'm going to show you. I'm going to prove to you that I'm worthy of doing all the things you said I can't. Oh, you feel I'm a 5th round pick? I'm a 5th rounder? Okay, bet. Yeah. I'm not tripping.
The Jaguars are 100% committed to Travis Hunter letting him play wide receiver and corner. They told him, you got a bold vision, and we got a bold vision for you.
Yeah.
Ocho?
Yeah.
What you thinking?
I like what you mean what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Duval, man. I like it. Listen, he said it not only during the interview process, allow him to do what he has dreamed of and been working on the entirety of his career so far. I mean, as far as collegiate-wise. He said he has a belief and believes. He believes. That's the one thing that you need in anything that you do, regardless of whether it's the corporate world or whether it's sports. If I believe I can do it, I can achieve it. You and I, we have different beliefs on whether they can do it at this level, but we're going to find out now. We're going to find out if we can play both sides of the ball. I like the fact that the owners, the GMs, and everyone else inside that locker room are going to allow him to do exactly what he did in college. To what extent, I'm not sure.
Right.
To what extent, I'm not sure. I think they gave a brief press conference on ways they can figure out on how to do it. I'm just excited for him, man. I'm happy for Trav. I'm happy for the Jaguars. I'm happy for the fans in that city, especially the city itself, man. They got a good one. He gonna put some butts in the seats, and he's gonna make it exciting for the next decade.
I got a question for you guys. Just as football guys, just honestly, if you guys know how talented he is and how good he is. Which one he's best at? Which one do you think he can be which one you think he can be great at? I know you don't want, it's hard to pick one side, but I'm pretty sure he's better on one side than the other.
For me, I
like him at DB.
I do too.
I
think he has incredible instincts. I think his instincts are crazy. The way he can see and his recognition to see this and diagnose it. And that's what the really great corners can do, Twan, is that they can see a formation, they'll see a split, and they'll know automatically what's coming. So I look at this split, I look at these two receivers over here, I might take a glance over there. I go, okay, I got something for y'all. Run it if you want to. Run it if you want to. Try to run me off deep and try to run this sail right in behind it and watch what I do to it.
So I think that.
Yeah, I think he has unbelievable instincts, unbelievable recognition, and you build a package around him. And Ocho, remember we talked about Brian Thomas Jr.
Yeah,
he's there. He's not better than Brian Thomas Jr. He's not.
No.
He's not. He's phenomenal. Brian Thomas Jr. is he that guy.
Listen, Antoine, Brian Thomas Jr. is one of those receivers that will probably be a top 5 receiver. Maybe after this year, he's that good.
Yeah.
Out of LSU, and you already know what LSU produced.
Yeah.
He wanted them ones.
Well, he probably could be third down special packages, right?
Yeah, but see, people when Ocho and we try to explain to people, build a package. You have a third down package, or you have a specialty package, a group of plays that you feel comfortable with him. Maybe it's in the red zone, maybe it's in certain areas of the field, certain situations. But people are like, nah, just let him play as much as he want to play.
No.
Okay.
You can't run him into the ground. You want him to play and make sure he's efficient on both sides of the ball.
Yes.
You want him to be efficient.
Can he handle that physicality? Is his body makeup ready for that physicality?
It's the mental approach, because you got to study. I mean, like I said, okay, we're saying one thing, Ocho, about route recognition as the DB, but you have to understand also, you have to understand coverages from a wide receiver perspective.
Right.
You have to understand. So let's just say, for the sake of argument, you play in Miami. Okay, you guard Tyreek for 10, 12 plays, and now you got to go up against Jalen Ramsey. Okay, you know what I'm saying? You guard Zay Flowers and you guard Bashar Bateman, and then you got to go up against Marlon Humphrey and Wiggins. So you got to be, because you look. There are very few teams in college that had an elite corner and an elite DB.
You're going to get it every week now.
You get it every week. Even if the guys aren't Pat Surtain, they're really good. So now you got Nico, and now you got Darryl Stingley, and you got Stingley.
Ooh, that's a nasty combo.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, ain't no nights off.
Ain't no
Sundays off.
Sunday.
Sorry. Ain't no
Sunday and
off.
Mondays. Ocho, Joe, Warren Moon personally unretires the number 1 for Cam Ward. Pro Football Hall of Famer Warren Moon, currently the only black quarterback in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, gave up his famous number 1.
Yeah.
Gave his blessing and allowed Cam Ward to wear the jersey previously retired by the Titans. Recently said it would consider giving this blessing to Ward to wear the digit. I'm thinking about it, said Moon, when asked if he would allow permission to give Ward the number to Ward. Should Warren have felt pressure to do this, Ocho?
I wouldn't say pressure, but Cam Ward is special. Cam Ward is a special player. He's coming to the Titans, and why not continue that legacy? Why not continue that legacy that Warren Moon set, when he was there, and allow Cam to carry that torch on, wearing the number 1 as a new franchise quarterback, hopefully for the next decade or so. I like it. It's a dope move.
Joe,
I wonder if Cam even knew. You think Cam knew?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay. That would have been a dope surprise for Warren.
But let me ask you this. I want to ask Joe. Joe, you got your number retired. Somebody come in and they want to wear that. They want to wear Joe. They want to wear that. What you doing, Joe?
Yeah, I'm doing it. If it's special, you know what I mean? He's number 1 pick. He been wearing the number 1. Yeah. Shout out to OG for, taking out the Raptors, letting young boy take off with it. Yeah, I don't got ego when it comes to that.
Hold on, Unc and Joe. We ain't just giving anybody that number. You got to be that boy.
Yeah.
And Cam Ward is that boy, so it's understandable. That's someone, you know what? Majority number retired, but for him, oh yeah, I'm good. I relinquish that. Absolutely.
Joe, you had 7 numbers. Were you always 7, Joe?
Nah, man. I wore number 2.
What, you wasn't 7 in Phoenix?
Nah, I wore. Look, I wore. I just got 7 when I got to Brooklyn. But coming up, like through junior high school, and college, I wore number 24. Okay. So when I got to the pros, I got drafted by Boston. They ain't got no numbers. Yeah, every number they got big numbers: 44, 55, 30. So you can't get no single digit number. 24 after question. Man, they got so many numbers retired. So look, the only number they had that I could get was 31. So I rock with 31.
Yeah, you had Cornbread Maxwell jersey.
Hey, that's my guy, Cornbread. Hey, look, I'm in the rafters out there at Boston, baby. 31. Look, when I get traded to Phoenix, I'm trying to get 24, but I'm playing with Tom Gugliotta. Tom Gugliotta got 24, so I ain't even ask for that 2-4. You can go and keep it.
Right.
I'm just gonna roll with this 2. So I've been rocking with number 2 all the way through Atlanta, and then when I got to Brooklyn, I just changed it up and went to 7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, Joe had my, hey, they couldn't find Joe. They're like, what Joe? Joe, you 2, you 7, 24, 31.
Right. Hey, listen, man. I wanted one of them single digits in Boston. But I like, when we get drafted, I'm like, okay, what number can I get? Can I get number 24? They start showing me all the numbers that was retired. I'm like,
oh, no. They got Sam Jones, Casey Jones, Heinsohn, Russell, Bird, Dennis Johnson. Man. They got Bob Cousy. They got Bill Sharman.
Hey, look, they didn't retire so many numbers. Hey, I said, man.
They got 00 retired. They got, retired? They got Kevin McHale. Yeah. They got 00, 32, 33. I think Dennis Johnson, DJ was 3.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, they got DJ. Yeah, they got DJ retired. They got Sam Jones, Casey Jones, Havlicek, Cowens.
Jesus. So anytime
they got Paul Pierce.
Anytime y'all going to Boston Arena, y'all look up in the Raptors, 31 up there, baby. That's ISO Joe, baby. Me and Cornbread, we sharing that thing. That's my man. You already know. That's my man.
Cornbread. Yeah. Congratulations. Man, what was it like in the green room waiting that call? Did you have an idea that it could possibly be the Giants?
Yeah, I definitely had a good feeling. I usually trust my gut. My gut said New York. My parents wanted me to go to New York, so I'm a New York Giant. Oh.
You had a journey. You wanted to go play college football. That was your dream. Probably Penn State was your dream college situation. Now it's a different journey. Your journey to get here, now the journey starts all over again to be great here. What has prepared you for this moment?
Yeah, I would have to start with my dad, just him training me my whole life, teaching me everything I know, all the work I put in, all the sacrifices they made for me, and now it all starts again. I'm back to work, back grinding. I'm ready to get started.
I like that. I got you. I'm thinking about rookie year coming in, setting short-term goals. What would your short-term goals be coming in to be a New York Giant? What would you set so far?
I haven't written anything down yet, but I'm definitely going to get some goals I want to accomplish. I'm usually I'm big on that, writing down my goals, chasing them, but I'm definitely going to think about some things tonight.
You go to the Giants. The Giants have always had really good defenses. Kayvon Thibodeau on one side, you got Big Lawrence in the middle, now you on the other side. Have you thought about what it's going to be like, that front four, that front seven, trying to attack the quarterbacks in that division? You got the Washington Commanders. You got Jalen Hurts, the Super Bowl defending champ Giants, with Saquon Barkley and those talented wide receivers out there, and you got the Dallas Cowboys, Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb. Jerry says he has some trades up his sleeve. We haven't seen it yet. What have you thought about what your defense is going to look like when you go out there, your first OTAs coming up?
Yeah, for sure. But first, I want to meet those guys, get to know them as men, develop a relationship as a teammate. And once I do that, we're going to hit the field, just create havoc.
You do realize now, you following the guy, you wear that number 11, you got to be a hell raiser. You put that jersey on at Penn State for a reason. Now, the last guy that came out of Penn State that won that wore that jersey, he was a defensive rookie of the year. Have you set, I'm sure you guys have healthy competition like, hey, you got it, I'm going to get it too.
Yeah.
So what's your expectation? That award, would you like to, obviously you like to win it, but have you thought that far in advance what it would mean for you to go out there and have that type of season?
If I do everything I'm supposed to do, put the work in first, all that's going to come with it.
You're going to take care of itself.
Yeah, rookie of the year, I want to be all pro, I want to do it all, but at the end of the day, my main goal, I want to win. It's going to help my team win.
Has it sunk in yet?
Yeah,
has it sunk in yet?
Yeah, for sure not. Yeah,
it's
crazy.
It's going to hit you.
Yes, sir, for sure.
It's going to hit you.
Because when you were a kid, you say your dad has trained you your whole life, and you trained a lifetime, you prepared a lifetime for this moment. So you're sitting back there. You know you're going early. You just don't know where you're going. It could be Cleveland. It could be the Giants. You don't know, but you know I'm going early. It's not going to be a long, hey, Mom, hey, don't worry about it, guys. We're going to be out here in 20 minutes. I promise you, 30 tops. We might not be 20, but 30 tops and we done.
They was more nervous to me, but I had a pretty good feeling where I was going to go. So I'm happy to be a New York Giant. Go Big Blue.
That's live, and that's dope. That's dope.
So now obviously you're headed up there. As soon as you leave us, you're going to head up there, go around and meet the coaching staff. Meet the ownership, meet general manager. Probably, I don't know how long you're going to be up there. You're going to look for a place while you're up there, or you're going to have that kind of time.
Yeah, we're going to have to figure all that out, but I really just want to go back, celebrate with my parents, my mom, my dad, get them another hug to celebrate this moment.
When you get back home, where are you from?
I'm from Philly.
Oh, so,
right
but I'm all New York, though. I'm all New York.
Yeah, you all New York.
Yeah.
So when you get back home in Philly, all your family, friends, and loved ones that have known Abdul Carter his entire life, what is that moment going to be like when you get with all your family, friends, and loved ones, and they get an opportunity to celebrate with you, because it takes a village to raise Abdul Carter?
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm real thankful for them, everybody who helped me get to this moment, and I can't wait to give back, just knowing everybody that helped me get here, all the sacrifices people made.
But I mean, I was talking to Ocho. I said, Ocho, even Pops iced out. He said, I ain't finna let you outdo me. Abdul, hey, get me some ice while you at it.
Yes, sir.
Did the Pops got a grill too?
No, he don't got the grill, but he got the Adidas chain on. He looking sharp.
Okay.
He looking sharp.
I know your mom. Your mom was like, she was really emotional back there. I saw her. I think that was your sister with her also, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And she was like, I'm looking at your mom, and she was like, whew, relieved.
Yeah.
I'm sure she did a lot of praying for this moment.
Yeah, seeing her happy, seeing her proud of me, that's my heart. Nothing give me more joy. Nothing make me more happy seeing her happy for me.
like it. And just the thought about all the obstacles, all the adversity, especially that your parents go through, all the sacrifices they make to get to this point, to actually repay them back and actually making it, man. I'm just congratulations to you and the family. And, man, I wish you nothing but love and luck, man, out there.
I appreciate you, Ocho.
You know you got to get a big old check. That first check going to be big. What's the first thing you going to do?
I got to take care of my people first, give my mom and dad something nice. I'm definitely going to give me something nice, treat myself.
Yeah.
Oh, so when you get something nice, you talk about a vehicle, you will get another piece of ice. What you looking at?
Probably a vehicle.
What's your dream vehicle?
Probably something more low-key. I already had my dream. My first car was my dream car.
What was it?
What was that?
A Tesla Model X, but...
The X-Plaid or just regular?
Man, stop playing with me, man. What you finna get, man? Stop talking about the Tesla.
We'll see what happens. I want something more low-key, stay out the way.
Okay.
Oh, so you look for a slider, huh?
Yeah.
So, but what I mean, what do your mom and dad want? Do they want a new crib? Do they want vehicles? I mean, what do they want? Have you asked them? Have you thought about it?
They getting whatever they want. It's on me.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
What you gonna get, sis?
Whatever she want.
It's on you.
It's on me.
Well, I want. You know what I want?
Nah, not you. Not money.
Yeah. Wait, slide your uncle jersey or something. Send me something.
Hey, I can get y'all a jersey for sure.
I just want a coupon from McDonald's.
We'll see. I don't think I win 11, but it is a number I got.
You got a number in mind?
Yeah, I got a number.
Does anybody have it? Because you know you might have to get off some bread if somebody got it.
Wait, who got it? So who got 11? Somebody got 11
no, he said he don't want 11.
No.
He said 11 was a Penn State thing.
Well,
he said, I'm starting from scratch.
You got to keep that thing going, boy.
I want something new.
00.
Nah.
It say plus Michael 11. I ain't finna do that. I did that at Penn State. We kept that lineage going. Now it's time for Abdul.
You got to go single digit, though.
No, it's a double digit.
It's a double digit?
Yeah. It's retired, though, but we'll see. I got to have some conversation.
As long as it ain't 56, you might can get it. But if it's 56, I don't know if you can get that one now.
I love to hear that.
Oh, you want to follow LT?
Sure. But we'll see what happens.
And you do know that's a big shoes to fill.
Hell yeah. I'll fill big shoes before I do it again.
Okay.
I like that.
Because when they talk about the best defensive players ever, you never go past LT. And you hear a lot of people say, well, we talk about wide receivers. It might be Randy. It might be you talk about running backs. It might be Barry, Emmett, or Jim Brown, or Walter Payton. You go to a lot of different when it comes to defensive players.
One dude.
That's the GOAT.
Yeah.
And he don't even go by a real name. He go by initials. LT.
Sure.
Man, Abdul, man, I'm so proud of you, man. I mean, watching your tape. I was looking at you at the bowl game, and I was like, man, he beating these guys with one move, and then it's like, well, nah, he had his shoulder was messed up. Because you're real. I mean, you tremendous that first step. You can translate speed to power. You can do it. You can bend the edges. You got a great snatch, arm, rip, the bull. How do you get better? What does Abdul Carter need to work on to get better?
I think there's a lot of ways I can get better. It was my first year in a new position, so I'm just getting started. The sky's the limit for me. I can just keep getting better. I can play tight end too.
You trying to pull a Travis? You trying to pull a Travis?
No, I'm just saying. He ain't the only one who can do it, but hey.
So they put you on the goal line. You gonna go catch it?
Hell yeah.
I like that. Put it out there in the universe.
Yes, sir.
The Giants. So obviously, when you visited the Giants, you had a great conversation. Yeah. What made you so sure? What made you feel comfortable that the Giants was the place that you were probably going to end up?
Yeah, I just trusted my gut. My gut told me the Giants. My parents wanted me to go there.
Because they close by. Now they can drive up. They catch the fella.
Anytime they want, yeah. So I just felt a good connection with them. They got to know me. I got to know them. It was a perfect fit. I'm a New York Giant.
You getting season tickets?
For who?
Your mom and dad.
Oh, yeah, they're not going to miss a game for sure. I know them.
Yeah. And plus, when you Philly, they gonna see. Hey, and Washington is not that far away, so they gonna see you.
Everything right
10
there.
times a year.
Right there, close.
That's unbelievable.
Yes, sir.
When you was growing up, did you ever think you'd be a New York Giant?
Fun fact: when I was 12 or 13 years old, I had a dream I got drafted up by the Giants. But it's hard to believe, but I actually had a dream I got drafted here.
So you didn't want to, being from Philly, your dream wasn't to play for the Eagles?
Yeah, but they had pick 32. They would have to trade up.
Hey, Abdul said, I ain't finna hold you on that one. I would try to be pick 32.
Yeah, I'm with New York. I'm on New York.
Hey,
that's it.
The third pick in the draft. Hey, you got something on Michael. He's like, hey, bro. Hey, I ain't one to brag or to gloat or to boast, but you know your boy. You almost, because Lamar went 2.
Yeah, he went 2 for
he
sure.
went 3.
Yeah.
And, you know, his knees wore out on him, but Lamar was, I was in the league when I was kind of at the tail end of my career when Lamar.
Bags, boy.
Yeah. The one thing you wear that 11, because you can't put that 11 on if you ain't no hell raising out there.
His son got it now, so we're going to see what he do. But, yeah, all those guys, they look out for me. They took me under their wing, and I'm real thankful for those guys.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. That's unbelievable, man. I'm so proud of you. I know your family's proud of you. Abdul, man, thanks for coming, bro. We really appreciate it. Because we know, tell Bailey thank you. Abdul Carter, guys. Abdul, here. Get this hand.
Don't forget eat your McDonald's.
I mean, this Shedeur, man. I think it'd be interesting to see what you know social media has to say about Shedeur falling.
No, it'll be interesting if Milroe go before him.
Oh my gosh!
If Milroe go before him.
But it's possible.
Yes,
it's possible.
Yes,
I mean it's not like it's out of the realm of possibility.
This has been a collective effort. Media, GMs, owners, for the simple fact they allowed.
So is it because his last name Sanders? That's what you're saying?
There's no other reason. There's no other reason.
I mean,
Just turn the film on.
I want my quarterback confident. Because if he doesn't have that, he can't play. I don't care what his skill set is. You got to have confidence. You just have to believe. Look, in pro sports, you have to believe you're the baddest mofo out here. And I'm here for a reason.
And you got to be mentally strong and not allow the outside noise to get to you. And that's hard, man. That's hard.
But I think, and plus, you can't go press now, Ocho.
Yeah.
I can't show y'all what y'all missed in one game.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, but let's look at his let's look at the history of those. Let's just say he and Milroe, just to throw out 2 names.
Right.
He's always been the guy. He's always been the guy. He's never been challenged. Not saying that's good or bad. I'm just saying he's never had to show you that I am who you think I am or want me to be.
Right.
Jalen Milroe was about to be a DB.
Let me ask you this. If I take Shedeur and put him at Alabama and I take Milroe and put him at Colorado, you think Alabama has a better record or a worse record with Shedeur?
I'm going to say a worse record because Shedeur doesn't run enough or run more.
Okay.
I think with Milroe's legs, and I think he throws it accurately enough in college football for that team to be successful. If Nick Saban is still coaching, and no diss on Coach DeBoer, but I just think that when you look at what Nick had him do, he was very good at what Jalen Milroe is. I don't know if Shedeur could take an Alabama offense because he doesn't run enough. Doesn't use it. College football is all about the legs, man. You got to use those legs.
Well, he ain't. Milroe ain't running in Colorado with that offensive line.
No, Milroe would have been running in Colorado with that offense. Yeah, he would have been running. He wasn't going to complete 74% of his throws. I know that.
He might not have 10 touchdowns behind that offensive line.
I agree with that. I'll agree with that.
He'll have 1,000 yards rushing, though.
Or 2,000 yards rushing.
Yeah, I kind of disagree a little bit.
Go ahead.
Obviously, they're in Alabama. Just say, hypothetically, if the players had switched, there's no Travis Hunter in Alabama. But I think collectively, as a group,
Williams ain't bad though.
No.
No, but that's what I'm saying. See, in that you got to look at how the conference is built. The conference is built.
You see all see Georgia. You see all them D linemen and edge rushers.
You got to be able to move at quarterback.
Georgia, Ole Miss.
I mean, you got to be able to move it. You got to be able to move. If you look at all the quarterbacks in the SEC, they can throw it.
Even if he can't do it with his legs, he's a better thrower of the ball than Monroe is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're going to attack that weakness. See, when you a dual threat, it's hard to attack a weakness because we don't know which one it is. But if you can't run, you're going to be standing back there? Oh, yeah, we getting to that. Our conference is built on getting to that.
Right.
That is a interesting situation, though.
If you had to put some money, where do you think Shedeur ends up? Now, here's the thing.
I'm going with the Rams. I'm staying.
The shock is going to be if he slides out of the second round. We surprised that he slid out of the first round. We would be shocked, aghast.
But if he slide again, I wouldn't even know what to say. I wouldn't even know what to say.